Hello, so here we are, welcome to today's video. In this video I'm going to be using Colour Before to try and remove orange hair dye. As you can see in the ends it is really fading, but in these root areas it is still a very bright orange and I want to change. So I thought I'd see if Colour Before would remove it. I don't think I've ever used Colour Before for orange before. I did go back and look through videos I've made in the past and I've done it for red, blue, purple, pink, yellow, but I couldn't find one for orange, so don't know 100% if it will work. This colour remover is advertised for being for like natural colours, like it does say, or at least it used to say that like it can't guarantee anything for fashion colours. However, everything has changed. I've used this so much, but I've opened it up today and this pack is completely different to what I'm used to. For instance, Activator A is now a powder in a sachet. It used to be a bottle, and this is in a different packaging. I don't know if it's any different like inside, but it didn't used to look like this. And to be honest, I don't think this looked like this either. It wasn't as liquidy, but it doesn't really matter. Hopefully it's still the same product and they've just improved it further. So yeah, I guess we just get into it. What I will say is in part 2, the application, it does say to pre-warm the hair with a hairdryer. I have just done that before sitting down, but obviously the longer it takes, the cooler it's getting. But yeah, so obviously if you're doing this yourself, read the instructions, because as you can tell by this, it is completely changed since I last used this, which was probably only 4 or 5 months ago. So yeah, make sure like to actually follow it. That's what I'm going to be doing. It does say in the preparation part to wash your hair and dry it, and basically you don't want anything in your hair that could affect it. I washed my hair yesterday and I haven't put any products in it since then, so there will be some natural like build-up of oils and stuff, but to be honest, I washed it yesterday, like I'm just gonna go with it. And it only really says it'll prevent patchy colour and regrow, and can you see how patchy my hair already is? I'm not too worried, but yeah. So part 1, mixing, put A into B. It does now come with a little funnel because they've changed it to powder, which is nice. It used to make a right mess with this. And then we just shake it up. So I'm gonna get going with that, shake this up and get ready to put it on my hair. So it looks like this is gonna take a while, like to get the powder to go down into it. Like I've only put a little bit in. I will say it does seem like it smells a bit less eggy, which is always nice. This is really weird powder, I don't know what's in it. It's almost got like a sparkle to it, but it does smell less eggy. Like Colour Before has, I probably shouldn't tap it whilst talking. Colour Before has always been known to have like a very eggy smell to it, so maybe that's why they've done this. Okay, so it turned out that you needed to leave it for 10 minutes to develop after shaking it, so I have gone and heated up my hair again. I'm going to give it a shake before using it. So I have now technically done the pre-warm hair with hairdryer for application, and then it literally says apply this to the hair as you would conditioner, section hair. It says start from underneath, but I always start from the front because this is where it's the most vibrant for me. This is where like the colours really stick in. And then massage the entire contents of the bottle, ensuring even distribution, full coverage. Hair should be completely saturated, so that's what we're going to do. This should be nice and shaken up, so let's get on with the time-lapse part of just shoving it all over. It's definitely still got an eggy stench to it. I've literally got the tiniest bit left. Okay, so a bit of it has changed in the processing time. It's always been wrap your hair in cling foil, put a towel on it as well, and it used to say about using the hairdryer like 10 minutes before the end. It now says we strongly recommend thin film, warming hair with hairdryer and wrapping towel. And it also says it's important to keep the hair warm throughout the 60-minute processing time by regular use of the hairdryer. I think that's the only bit that's changed. Obviously I'm doing this from memory, but I don't actually have like a copy of the old instructions. But yeah, I'm just gonna wrap my head in cling film, every maybe 10-15 minutes shove the hairdryer on it, and I'll shove a towel on top of the cling film to help keep the heat in as well. And it says to leave that for 60 minutes, so I guess I'll just, in 60 minutes I'll wash it off. I'll pop the cling film on my head. How lovely does this look? So yeah, essentially once it's been on for 60 minutes, you rinse it, use the buffer. That's literally it. So rinse and buffer. So rinse it off for 5 minutes, apply half a bottle C, massage in, and shampoo for 1 minute, rinse for another 5 minutes, bottle C for 1 minute, rinse for a further 5 minutes. And once all the buffer's out your hair, you can dry. Honestly, I don't know if it'll be the same for this because I do think it's a slightly different product. But I used to get 3 washes out of the buffer, so I'd do like a third, just because my hair has never been that long whilst using this. So yeah, I guess we'll just see in 60 minutes, and I will check back in after I've washed this all out. So I'm gonna leave this on for 60 minutes, using the hairdryer about every 10, and then I'll wash it out using the buffer as it's in the instructions, and then I'll check back in with the final result. So yeah, fingers crossed this will get rid of orange. Okay, so here is the result. I think it looks alright. I'll let my hair down. It is freezing today, so the boiler is on, so apologies if you can hear that as I am sat right next to it. But yeah, did it get rid of the orange dye? No, it didn't get rid of it. But did it remove it? Yeah, quite a bit. Like, I hope that you can tell. Like, I'll try and do a side by side or something, but it's a lot lighter than it was. Like, honestly, it's still not ideal. I'd still prefer it to have turned out lighter, but the ends are like no worries at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, the ends are peachy. They're like a peachy blonde, which for me, I dye over my hair with another fun colour. That's cool, but the roots are still glowing a little bit. They're still quite bright. They're still quite orange. They're still quite brassy. But I think overall did a pretty decent job. You know, I think this was £7, I think, so can't really complain too much. And my hair, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel a bit damaged this time, just at the front bits here, which is probably where it's been most processed in the past, but like about this much feels really damaged. The rest of it all feels fine. Well, like these bits, the rest of it feels fine. But it's nowhere near as damaging as bleach. And I think, fingers crossed, you'll see in the next video, that it is dark enough to dye out, sorry, that it is light enough to dye over. I have picked out my dyes and they are really dark, so I'm hoping it's light enough to dye over. I'm not super impressed with it. Like, the orange isn't gone. There's still orange here, you know, you can see that. But it is really lightened it. It has taken a lot of it out. And you can use these like multiple times. I think this is the extra strong one, so I don't know if you can use the extra strength multiple times, but it does say if you're not completely satisfied with the result, especially for stubborn, dark and very old dyes in the hair, repeat the removal process but no more than twice in 1 day. And then like has a website to find out exactly how often you can repeat it. So obviously I could do it again, but I just don't think it's worth it, to be quite honest. It's only the roots that are bad. But yeah, it will remove the colour, it will make it lighter. So if you're looking to remove orange dye to dye over it a different colour, you just want it light enough to dye over, I do think it's done that for me. But if you're wanting to remove it completely, it's probably still going to be a bit stuck, but less damaging than bleaching, so maybe it's still worth it. That is for you to decide. But yes, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Do give it a like if you did. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this. As I said, the next video will be dyeing my hair. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.